Welcome to my coffee and egg puff keto kitchen. I am so happy that you guys are able to join me. I am Billie Jean Titi. I'm coming to you live from Jacksonville, Florida on this beautiful Tuesday morning. And let me tell you, it's already been quite a morning. Most of you know me as hashtag Keto Boss Girl 75. And I am coming to you live today. We're going to make some bacon, egg, and cheese keto egg puffs. They are able to be making in a batch. So when you make them in a batch, I usually make 12 of them. And we eat them throughout the week. I don't eat them all in one day. I make them for my family, and they can have one here or there. So as you are hopping on, if you're catching me live, drop live in the comments below. Please let me know you're here. Say, hey, live, I'm here, where you're hailing from. If you're watching my replay, hashtag replay in the comments below so I know that you watched the replay and I can share some love with you. If you would, hit that share button and send me out to your friends. If you know somebody who's looking to something easy to make for breakfast for the kids during this crazy time of quarantine and you want something fun to do with your kids, this is a great recipe to do with your children. So you can always hit that share button and send me out, and when you share, hit share in the comments or zing or I sent you to a friend, whatever you want to put in there so I can share some love with you, and that way we can see who all's out there in the world watching. But make sure you drop a hi in the comments. Let me know you're here. Facebook is a little slow with the comments, guys. So just be patient. I don't always see the comments right away. And then if you want to follow me, I do keto kitchens once or twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, depending on my work schedule. You can tap my face and click the follow link, and you can follow me and you'll get notification. If you want to get notification from me when I'm doing a keto kitchen, you can always message me your email or cell phone number and I'll add you to my remind list. It's just kind of what the teachers use at school to remind you that your kids got homework, except for I'm just telling you I'm doing a keto kitchen. So, welcome to my keto kitchen, and today is coffee, which I have mine. This is my bulletproof coffee, and we are making keto low-carb breakfast bacon, egg, and cheese egg puffs. I call them egg puffs. They come out like muffins. Now, let's talk about the struggle is real. Y'all, the struggle is real. This quarantine stuff has got me crazy. I don't use silicone baking. I do suggest if you like to bake in silicone, use a silicone muffin tin for this recipe, because your eggs stick to the tin and it is a pain in the rump to get it out. I usually have to soak my muffin tin for 2 days after making these. That's why I don't make them that often. So somebody suggested that I use a silicone, and I'm not a fan of silicone for my muffins. I use it for some of my cakes, but not my muffins. So I found these. They are aluminum, and I use these. The problem is right now you can't go to the store and get anything that's not a necessity, and these really are not a necessity for me. So I'm going to show you all my pan because I only had 6. I had to make my own with aluminum foil this morning for this recipe because I do not want to spend 2 days scrubbing my muffin pan. So maybe it's time for me to think about buying that silicone muffin pan. So I line my cups with aluminum foil so that way I don't have to spend so much time. Austin, Daisy's out of the fence. Sorry, we have spent the morning chasing down our coonhound. Anybody want a coonhound? Because she needs a farm. She doesn't like loud noise. She doesn't like hunting. She's lazy. She just wants to sleep, eat, and run. But she keeps busting through our fence. She broke right through our fence slats this morning. So my husband's out there trying to fix it. But anyway, so I lined my muffin tin with foil. And as you can see, they come right out. So this way, when the muffins are done, they'll pop out easily. And this is going to be a fun recipe. So for this recipe, you're going to need 12 eggs. So I have all my eggs. You're also going to need mozzarella cheese, which this is the only cheese that I buy pre-bagged. And most people know on Keto, we don't buy bagged cheese that's shredded. This is the only one I buy pre-bagged because it's so hard for me to shred it. And then you'll need cheddar, and I have Colby Jack, whatever that is, something. You can mix up your cheeses. I use mozzarella, and then I mix the cheddar and the Colby Jack. You can just use mozzarella and cheddar. It's your choice. It's whatever kind of cheese you want to put in it. I know some people put Gouda in it, and Asiago, and several others. It's just your choice of what you choose to use. Some people use blue cheese. Not this girl. Ugh. So, you're also going to need a green pepper and a red pepper. I don't have any green peppers. Can't get any in the store right now around here for some reason. So, I'm using my Baby Bell's red and orange. That's what I'll be using. You're also going to need some bacon. So, here we are with the bacon again. Y'all know I love my bacon. You're going to need an onion, and then some salt and pepper, and spinach. If you like spinach, a lot of people throw spinach in this. So, I'm not a big spinach fan, so I'm not throwing any spinach in it. But, like I said, you can put what you want in these. This is really a recipe that you can make your own. I've seen people put blue cheese. I've seen people put garlic. You can put whatever you want in it. I'm just doing the basic recipe for y'all today. Usually, I mix it up with a little bit of other stuff. But please say hi as you're hopping on. Tell me where you're from, what you're making for breakfast. Do you got your coffee with you? Are you ready to go? Because I am ready to get started. So, I've already preset my oven for 350. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do the bacon. So, I don't know if any of you have joined me before on my lives, but let's make the bacon easy. Yeah, small pan, guys. As you can see, small pan. I'm not doing bacon in the oven today, even though I love bacon in the oven. I am doing bacon in the frying pan again today, and I usually cut it up. So I cut my bacon in half like this, and then I usually fold it down the middle, and I cut it in little pieces. Now I'm going to turn you guys so you can see what I'm doing over here. And I cut it in little pieces, like bacon bits. It cooks the quickest this way. It's very easy, and you're going to need it for this recipe because you're probably going to do about a tablespoon of bacon in each cup, and you've got 12 cups. So this calls for 6 slices of bacon. So I'm going to cut this bacon up real quick. Tell me what you guys are cooking this morning. Is anybody making breakfast? Are we having coffee? What are we doing today? What's everybody doing? I see she came back, babe.
No, she's roaming the backside of the fence trying to get in.
Oh, I thought you let her in the yard. Sorry, guys. Our dogs, well, one of our dogs broke the gate this morning, like I was saying earlier. So I caught her out the corner of my eye out the window. But I just keep cutting the bacon up, and I usually do a good amount in the pan. I don't like to really count my bacon. I love bacon. Say hi as you're hopping on. If you're watching me live, say live in the comments. If you're watching my replay, hashtag replay. If y'all are making comments, guys, I am not seeing them, which is nothing new for Facebook. I can't see any comments, and it takes a little while for it to catch up. So if you're putting something down there, don't get upset that I'm not answering you. I just am not seeing it. So if you would, share me to your page, share me to your friends, tap my face, or as my brother says, don't touch my face right now, but you can tap my face on your screen and follow me. And every time I go live, you'll get a notification. You click that follow link, and it will tell you. If you want me to send you a personal invite for Keto Kitchen, usually I send them out the night before. You can always message me your email or phone number, and I'll add you to my remind list. And for the ones of you that have kids, you know what that is because the teachers use it. So I'm going to get this bacon going, and while the bacon's cooking, I'm going to cut up the vegetables for these egg puffs. So as you're hopping on, say hey, so I know where you're hopping on from. Tell me where you're at, what you're cooking this morning. Are we eating anything? Are you surviving? Or is it 5 o'clock somewhere and you're drinking? because I know there's a lot of that going on out there right now with these kids home from school. All right, so now I've got my bacon cut and I filled my pan. So I'm going to put that on the stove and I'm going to start cooking that and get that going. And while that's going, I'm going to wash my hands real quick and I'm going to come back and cut the vegetables. Give me just a minute. All right, so now I'm back and I'm going to move the bacon out of my way. I don't need any more bacon because I have enough now. So now I'm going to cut my vegetables. So like I said, I have my red and orange pepper. And I'm going to start with those. And what I do is normally I will already have this done, but since we have some time today and I'm not really in a hurry, and I just want to spend some time with you guys having some coffee and chatting. Anybody here? So, what I do is I clean out the inside of the pepper, and then I'm going to rinse it out real quick, and then we're going to chop this pepper up while the bacon's cooking, and we're going to cut up the onion. Let me rinse these out real quick. Say hi as you're hopping on so I know you're here. If you're watching me live, say live. If you're watching my replay, hashtag replay. And I'm just cleaning out my peppers for this recipe. So you guys can see, now my peppers are cleaned out and ready to go. Hey Leona, how are you? Welcome to my keto kitchen. What you doing today? What have we got going on? So now I'm going to cut my peppers, and I usually cut them in half. I'm going to dice them up. I'm going to drop you guys down so you can see. Hopefully y'all will be able to see these really well. If you can't see something, let me know. The comments are a little slow today, guys. So if you're commenting, just give me a minute. It's not coming up real quick. So what I do is I slice these up, and I've got my bacon cooking so that it's ready to go. Now I put a little bit of red and a little bit of orange, and sometimes I do green when I can get green, but unfortunately the stores did not have any green. So green was out of the question. Say hi. Hey Yvette, how are you this morning? Thanks for joining me. Tell me where you guys are at. What state are you in? Where are you watching from? What are you doing today on this beautiful Tuesday? For the ones who are quarantined in, I'm off from work today, but I do have to go back tomorrow. Because I'm an essential, so I do have to work. But for the ones of you who are off, what are you guys doing? What are you doing to stay busy and not, for the ones of you who have kids, not killing your children right now? I know these teachers are probably enjoying a little bit of a break. So I'm dicing up my peppers and onions, getting everything ready. For these egg puffs, while my bacon is frying up in the background. And like I said, you can put whatever you want in these. Some people put spinach, but I didn't have any spinach to put in it today. If I did, I would have. But unfortunately, groceries are hard to come by. So I'm cooking with what I have on hand. So bacon, some peppers, And yes, y'all, I do save my bacon grease because it becomes a staple. It also helps my bacon cook a little better. There we go. My bacon was kind of sticking and I didn't like that. I don't want burnt bacon. Okay, so now I'm going to cut up the onion. And how's the weather in Philadelphia? Is it cold? Is it raining? Is it hot? It's hot here in Florida. So my family's not big on onions like I am. I love onions, so I usually just do one little thing of onion in mine. I don't go overboard because then my kids and my husband are like, they're not big onion fans. And bacon's cooking up pretty good. It smells good. I can't wait to show you guys this stuff put together. And to be honest with you, I probably normally would only do about half of a ring because they don't like onions. But because I'm making 12 of these, I'm going to do a whole ring. I just cut them up a little bit smaller. Cooking up really good. It'll be ready in a minute. Cloudy in the 60s. Oh, well, it's definitely not cloudy here. We did have rain for 2 days, but now we just have sunshine and it is hot out. Matter of fact, my husband's out doing yard work right now, trying to get things caught up since he's off today. And we've been working on our pool for the last week because we had it covered for the winter, and when we opened it, it was green. Yikes. Grease. Oh, my bacon grease. I love bacon grease. So the bacon's almost done, which is good. And now you guys can see I have all the vegetables cut. This is onions, red pepper, and I did an orange pepper. I don't have any green, so I didn't do any green peppers in it. Alright, I'm going to wash my hands real quick, and I'll be right back to you guys. And we're going to get the eggs ready next. So, this is what the bacon looks like, and it comes out like bacon bits. So that's ready. Move that over, and I'm going to take this out of the way. And now we're going to work on the eggs. So now, you want to whisk your eggs in a large bowl, which I've got a large bowl here, with salt and pepper for taste. And you need 12 eggs. So I'm going to do 12 eggs. And I have an extra bowl to put the eggs in. And there we go. In true form fashion, I throw a shell in there. Just for the fun of it. No, I'm just kidding. Say hi as you're hopping on so I know you're here. Tell me what you're doing today, what's going on. And I have an egg issue today for some reason. I don't know why. So 12 eggs. These are cracking easier than they should be cracking. I've never had eggs crack this easy. I don't want any shells in my eggs. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to go. Tell me where you're watching from, what you're doing today. How's everybody doing? Nine. Some want to crack and some don't. 10. Oh my goodness. This one just doesn't want to give up the egg. I don't know what is up with these eggs. That doesn't throw me. One more. There we go. I'm not fighting with these eggs anymore today, guys. Okay, just making sure I don't have any shells in there because today's eggs don't want to work very well, which doesn't make me happy. I don't usually have an issue with the eggs. So, the bacon is done. Now I've got the eggs. And I'm going to move these out of the way. And for people on keto, you can use whatever eggs you want. They suggest cage-free organic eggs. I get mine at Costco. Alright, so now we're going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. Well, hi Daisy, you came back. Our dog finally came back. She got out this morning. So, you're going to add a little bit of salt and pepper, and this is to your taste. And I always use sea salt. Just if anybody asks, I use sea salt. Can't do keto diabetes. Are you type 1 or type 2? So you're going to whip up your eggs really good. You want to make sure that they're good and whipped. Say hi as you're hopping on so I know you're here. We're getting ready to pour these eggs into the dish. So you have to divide these into the tins. And I'll show you the tins again. Excuse me for just a minute. My dogs are locked out and nobody in my house can seem to let them in. Hey, knock it off. Move. Get in here now. Sorry, I'm back. Okay, so here are the eggs all whipped up, and I put them in a pouring bowl because it makes it easier.
Hashtag dog's life.
I know, dog's life. It's so great having dogs. Anyways, so, Yvette, if that's how you pronounce your name, I'm sorry. If not, if it's Yvette, I know everybody pronounces it differently. I was diagnosed borderline last year. And I do keto and my A1C's down. So some people can do it, some can't. You might not be able to. It just depends. It just depends on your doctor too. All right, so now you're going to take the eggs and you're going to evenly pour eggs into each tin, only filling about halfway. So here's the tins, and yes, I have my make-believe tins. And you're going to fill them each halfway. So I'm just lightly filling them. And when they cook and we take them out of the oven, these are gonna pop out of the tin because I'm lined them with the foil. So now I'll go back. I have a little bit of egg left, so I'm going to go back and see where I need to maybe add a little extra. I might have not put as much in some of them. I try to make sure I get all of them first, and then I can add a little extra after. Okay, so now all my eggs gone, and I'm going to mix up my vegetables. So you have your vegetables. And what you're going to do is you're going to evenly distribute your vegetables and your bacon through the other cups. And then you're going to top with shredded cheese. So, oops, don't want to waste any. So I do like a tablespoonful in each cup. And I'm just adding my vegetables to the cups. And I'm just trying to make sure I get a fair amount. Like if I see too much onion, I might go back in and re-scoop. Just because I don't want a bunch of onions in them. Like I said, my family doesn't like the onions, so. And I'd usually just, the little bit of extras, I'll usually go back to my first original cups. So now, I will add the bacon to it. So now I'm going to add my bacon that I did. And I usually do about that much per cup, so you can see it. And you just drop it in there lightly. And I will have the recipe and pictures I'll be posting later. Once it's cooked and everything, I'll take pictures after it's done so everybody can see what it looks like. And just, I don't put the grease in there. I use a slotted spoon like this so I can weed out the grease from the bacon, even though I like bacon grease. And I just try to make sure I get all of my bacon out because I love bacon. All right, now that I got that done, now you're gonna take your cheese and you're gonna top it with the shredded cheese. So I do a little bit of mozzarella and then I do a little bit of the others. And I just kind of mix it up. I don't do a whole lot because cheese, if you're on keto, can stall you out. And I don't like to stall too much. I like to keep losing. So I'm doing a little bit of cheese in each one for mozzarella. And then I'll do a little bit of the Colby Jack. And then a little bit of cheddar. say sometimes if these didn't have onions in them, I would throw some green onion on top just for the flavoring, because I like the flavor of onion, the taste of it in cooked food. I never used to, and over the years my tastes have changed, and I do like the taste of onion in the food. I feel like it gives it really good flavor. So now we put the cheese on it. I'm going to take you guys down so you can see what they look like. Let's see here. Trying to get a good shot for y'all. So this is what they look like in the tin. And I'm going to put them in the oven, and they're going to cook for 14 minutes. Sometimes it takes 12. It just depends on your oven, how hot it is. So, again, that's what they look like. And give me just a minute. I'm going to stick these in the oven. And yes, I do pictures of everything so that way I can share them with you later in my post. And you put them in the oven on the middle rack, 350 for 14 to 16 minutes, and they will last. They usually last for 5 days in the fridge. So they don't usually last in my house for 5 days. I've got two boys that are, one's 20 and one's going to be 21 soon, and food does not last long in my house. So if you've got teenagers, little ones, you guys know what that is, like to not have food. So tell me, what is everybody doing today? Who's going out on a boat? That's what I want to know. Because we were told that the boat landings were closed, but apparently they're not. And today is absolutely a beautiful day. Here in Florida, at least. I don't know about where you're at, but here in Florida, today's a beautiful day to be out on the water. So who has a boat and is going boating? Because I might come join you. Yvette, I make these probably once every couple of months. Sorry, the comments are just now starting to come through. I make these once every couple of months, and we love them, but because of the sticking to my egg pans, I hated making them because the cleanup was such a mess afterwards. Everything's closed there. See, we have grocery stores are still open here, pharmacies. The boat landings are open, but you can't go to the beach. You can't, pretty much there's nothing else you can do. So you're kind of just stuck with going on a boat or staying home. And unfortunately, our pool is still not ready to swim in, so we won't be doing any of that today in our swimming pool. So pretty much, Keto Kitchen has been my life. So you guys have gotten quite a many shows since the quarantine started. And look, my house is so Lysol. My counters see so much Lysol, it's unreal. So, yep, and I'm just giving these time to cook so that you guys can see what they look like after. But tell me what's going on. Is there something, a recipe you'd like to see me cook? I'm going to attempt to make keto chicken tenders and Caesar salad for dinner tonight, if you're around. I will be doing that. I'll be using my air fryer for that recipe, and it's going to be chicken tenders with pork rind crusting and Caesar salad. So if you're around later tonight, come back and join me. It'll be around 6:30, 7 o'clock. So there you have it, guys, and I will post the recipe and pictures in the comments down below. And again, if you're watching live, put live in the comments. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. It is really, really good. Like, that is probably one of our most favorite recipes, is the chicken tenders with the pork rinds. They're so good. But for you, if you don't do pork rinds, you can always use panko crusting or almond flour. You know, you can use whatever you want for them, but I'll be doing that tonight, later tonight, probably about 6:30, 7 o'clock. And it's going to be like a simple meal, just so easy. It takes probably 30 minutes from start to finish to make the salad and everything. And I usually try to have everything kind of ready before I go live, so that way you guys don't have to wait for me to cut everything. So, but I will post all the pictures of today's recipe down below. Will do. And if you want to be added to my remind list, send me your email or your cell phone number, and I'll add you to my remind text. It sends you out a text message telling you I'm going live, and then it'll send you out 10 minutes before my show starts. But I will post pictures of the completed once it's done. It takes about 15 minutes, and I hate for you guys to hang on for 15 minutes and wait for this to get done. So I'll post the pictures of the complete when it's done, and then I'll post the recipe as well. So have a great Tuesday, everybody. Thanks for joining me for coffee and egg puffs. And I will see you all tonight for pork rind chicken tenders and Caesar salad. Have a great day.